think you should be expecting the next video by Friday the 15th. Hello. It's me, again.
Hey! Hey! How y'all doing?
So I'm sorry for the inactivity since it's been a month since I first and last posted as of recording this. So long story short, I really got burnt out from the last video since I did kind of rush the whole thing to get it out by the 15th. Technically the 10th, but still. Which is kind of why I announced it 4 hours before it premiered as opposed to a week or something. And that sent me to a creative coma where I did not want to make nor post a video. And I kept telling myself I would, knowing damn well I wouldn't. Therefore delaying the video by a month. Or more. Who knows? God, that's a mouthful. Basically, I was lazy. Again. Plus, I gave myself a small time frame, 5 days after the first, so I was gonna be tired regardless. And of course, the biggest factor when it comes to people not being as active around these times, school. Yay. Man, I really need to get this release date thing handled before 2026. But yes, I am back. Again. And I'm better than ever. Not really, but still. Anyways, in my last video, which you should totally check out if you haven't already, I came back after a 3-long-year hiatus. But today I plan on getting my life together, which I really need to do since I only have like 3 days to finish this before uploading it. But today we're talking about this channel's favorite topic, future projects. As you know, I am known for 1. Procrastinating, and 2. Making promises I can't keep. They're pretty much the same things, but still. Miraculous Undersea, Miraculous Happily Ever After, Adventure Academy, Power Rangers Next Generation, you know the roster by now. And today I'm here to tell you, I'm doing that again. Now take everything you remember from past projects, and I want you to throw it out the window because those projects are dead to us now. I've really been looking forward to this video, and I know you have too, so I'm finally glad to get it out. Oh, also, happy late Halloween, and with the end of Halloween, you know what time it is?
It's the first of the month.
So, quick background. Back in 2021, when I first joined, I made a video with all these plans that I would do and complete, like a roadmap. This was due to the fact that I was getting a lot of attention and subscribers, so I felt like I could do that, all these projects. I then made another one with even more plans. Long story short, I did not commit to any of those plans due to the many reboots I did and getting busy with school. And of course, the hiatus. Fun fact, if things had gone according to plan, the series would have wrapped up last year. The more you know, I guess. I've been working on these projects for quite a while now. Chances are that when I wasn't working on videos, I was working on them. I also asked for some questions to answer the other day, and y'all gave me some really good ones. I won't do a whole Q&A section like last time, instead I'll sprinkle the answers in somewhere, so keep listening out for that. Also, sorry if you may hear any sounds in the background or if the mic quality keeps changing. Chances are that that's my dog or me changing positions a lot, so yeah, sorry. So now that that's out of the way, finally, onto achieving winning for this whole time for the past 3 months. Technically 3 years, but still, cut the curtains. Miraculous Starfall. I'm so glad to finally share with you what I've been working on for most of my time. Miraculous Starfall is a passion project and concept series, meaning that whether it ends up happening or not is unknown. It could end up becoming a book, a comic, or who knows, maybe a series of 1-minute videos like what Mocha has going on. P.S. You should definitely go check her out. Her content is really good and helped inspire these looks as you can tell by the lips. The series takes place in 2027 in an alternate Earth in the green city of New Manhattan and follows teenage trio Mikey, Akane, and Kai as one crash changes their lives and they become the Cosmic Three. It's not an official name, don't worry. In case you didn't know, there was a whole battle years ago that ended up with some Miraculouses stuck in space until recently. Think Feast. This means that the Miracle 5 got theirs from a box while these new kids are the first to officially get theirs from space. The show delves deeper into the cosmic side of the miraculous concept while also changing some elements that make the miraculous, well, the miraculous. For example, instead of only having powers when transformed, the holders will now also have enhanced senses due to the powers affecting them as a whole. The series will be split into 3 seasons, each building upon the last. Season 1 will focus on introducing us to the world, while seasons 2 and 3 are still in planning. Though I'd probably say they'd be about action and consequences. Expect each season to have 10 to 20 episodes with at least a 10-minute runtime. The series will feature tons of fan-favorite returning characters, as well as a variety of new ones. It will also follow a new continuity, obviously, but will take some inspiration from past ones, so expect some Easter eggs. Due to taking place a year after the Miracle 5 showed up, most of the characters will already be established, so everybody will be there since day 1. Instead of introducing all the heroes in one season, heroes will slowly get introduced by seasons. So season 1 will introduce the already established Miracle 5, as well as White Wolf, Pearl Beetle, and Nightshade. This means that the rest of the heroes will get introduced later on. With this series, I plan to solve a lot of issues I've had with past iterations, which is a lot. I mean, I already have designs out of the way, but these issues include things like a proper storyline and consistent uploads instead of rebooting and rebooting. I promise this will be the last reboot. At least full-on reboot. Soft reboots are still allowed. Inspiration for this show include Miraculous Ladybug, Power Rangers, Young Justice, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Big Hero 6, and Fantastic Four First Steps, just to name a few. The release date for this series is, drumroll please, 2028 or 2029, who knows? Yeah, boo all y'all want. Earboos mean nothing to me. I know what makes y'all cheer. I know, it's not what you're expecting, but you can't rush art, especially one on this scale. Plus, again, I kinda do need a new device, so that'll take a while. This might also be a voice-acted series, so keep an eye out for auditions in the future. That's a brief overview of the new series. If you remember what I said last time about Lightning King 2,
flashback.
Lightning King 2, on the other hand, you'll see. It is, but it isn't.
End of flashback.
Well, the answer to the question is yes. Lightning King 2 is sort of still in production. Only instead of Lightning King 2, it has been rebranded into Miraculous Time Wreck. Miraculous Time Wreck is not a direct sequel to Lightning King, but rather a spiritual one. This means that it's not a direct sequel to that specific universe's series of events, but rather to a variant of this events that took place in this new universe. And who knows, maybe it is connected to the other universe in some way. Wink wink. If you're familiar with my projects, then the name should ring a bell. Just know that this is nothing like the old Time Wreck. This movie has maintained the same plot since day 1 back in 2022, just a little adjusted recently, so it's pretty much the same. The movie, I've stated before, follows the Miraculous after a peculiar Peter emerges again and stronger than before. With the help of a powerful crystal, he manages to separate them across time. With the help from a thief from a dystopian future, Mr. Dolphin manages to go back in time and collect his friends and race against a fractured timeline filled with obstacles. With this, the question remains, can they stop Peter before time and reality itself collapses? That's genuinely what makes this one of my favorite projects. I mean, if you knew what I have in store for the final battle and twist, your soul would leave your body. Truly, that's how good it is. It's action-packed, full of Easter eggs for longtime fans, and introduces new surprises for anyone joining the universe for the first time. Plus, Dolphy returns. Can't go wrong with Dolphy. Inspirations for this movie include Doctor Strange, Avengers Endgame, Across the Spider-Verse, and The Flashpoint Paradox. Time Wreck is, as of now, supposed to be the movie to bridge seasons 2 and 3. With the way things are going now, expect this movie to come out in, drumroll again, 2028 or 2029, you never know. This movie just has important characters and concepts like Vixen and Gold Lion that aren't introduced until season 2, so I can't really place it sooner without rushing them. Or can I? Get you thinking. Then again, I could always turn the storyline into season 2. Who knows? Now, I know what you're thinking.
But Mikey, if Miraculous Time Wreck doesn't come out till 2028 or 2029, what are we gonna get before then?
And do not fret, I have the perfect answer to your question. I introduce to you Miraculous Shattered Orbit. I'm just kidding, I don't really have a movie planned before Time Wreck. Although, I do have one small idea that's been sitting in the back of my head for a couple years now. If Shattered Orbit, which is a working title by the way, were to be a thing, it'd be the first space Fallout movie, as the Cosmic 3 learned that more fragments of the space Miraculouses are awakening in other parts of the world. This would obviously set up the expansion of the roster in Season 2. This could also end up being a special similar to the Miraculous World specials. Miraculous World New Manhattan Shattered Orbit, if you will. It will basically take place in space for 90% of the time, so space power-ups. Might even introduce the Miraculi on here. Who knows, only time will tell. Think of this as the Fantastic Four First Steps Space Odyssey of the series. Inspirations for this special include Interstellar, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Martian, and once again, Fantastic Four First Steps. As said before, every season will lead on to the next. This also applies to specials and movies. Season 1 will lead into Shattered Orbit, which will then lead into Season 2, which will then also lead into Time Wreck, which will then lead into Season 3, and finally, the conclusion of the first saga. It's a pretty rough timeline, I know, and I know the wait isn't what you were expecting, but can't really do much about it, trust me. I'd like to get this series out by tomorrow if I could, especially since I have so much planned. But do keep in mind that none of this is going to be the final product, so changes in plans are definitely bound to happen. I mean, a couple years ago, the reboot was supposed to start off with Lightning King 2 and be Mr. Dolphin centered. Matter of fact, I think it was all supposed to be directly connected to the old generation. Who knows? But I guess that's it with Project for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned till next video. Bye! Oh, wait, I'm not quite done yet. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I haven't really been working on Miraculous as much as I've led you all to believe.
Well,
it's still pretty much underdeveloped and only up to episode 2 and has been for the last year. Yeah, awkward. This is all thanks to another project of mine. One that has taken up my resources day and night and has been on my head 24/7. One that may be a little bit too overdeveloped. One that has 10 whole seasons planned. And one that has been in the works for nearly 7 years and has gone through so many reboots that I've lost count. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you, drumroll again, please, one last time. Irovia. That's also a working title, by the way. Gee, where do I start? Irovia Academy is a planned series that takes place in a whole separate universe from Starfall. This means different rules, different heroes, and different story. Instead of being a superhero-centered series, Irovia Chronicles, or whatever I end up calling it, would instead be fantasy and supernatural. Irovia takes place in the monster world, a world created due to the prejudice monsters had to face, a world divided by fear. The story centers around the coastal monster town Dead Bay, hidden inside the Irovia barrier, where monsters live apart from humans and protect their secrets. The story follows teenage monsters like Peculiar Sea Monster Blue, Tinker Frankenmonster Frankie, Sassy Half-Dragon Claire, Ancient Vampire Felix, and many more, each with unique powers, backgrounds, and personalities. Like Starfall, not all characters are introduced at once. They are slowly introduced as the story goes on. The story follows them as they attend the prestigious Irovia Academy in a world hidden from human fear, but also as they go on great journeys, from solving school mysteries to saving the fabric of reality itself. The story follows them as they attend the prestigious Irovia Academy in a world hidden from human fear, but also as they go on great journeys, from solving school mysteries to saving the fabric of reality itself. We see them as they balance school life, friendships, and their responsibilities as emerging heroes, encountering neutral, dangerous, and corrupted monsters, uncovering mysteries behind the Irovia barrier, and facing villains that range from rogue monsters to time-bending foes and magical catastrophes. The series will explore themes of identity, legacy, friendship, teamwork, responsibility, and the mystery of hidden worlds. It's a coming-of-age tale where every choice matters, And the heroes must learn that protecting their world sometimes means facing the truths they never expected. This is planned to be Starfall's sister series, as both will share lots of concepts and Easter eggs, and maybe, someday, a crossover. Just by looking at it, you can definitely see some similarities, and if you've been around for a while, this should probably sound familiar, as this is what once was Adventure Academy. Told you I've been working on it for a while. Inspirations for this project include The Owl House, Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, Wednesday, and most obviously, Monster High. This is a passion project. I truly love this story so much. I love the characters, the themes, the worlds, everything. I was initially planning on doing this first, but eventually settled on Miraculous because it has a simpler concept and that's what you all know me and are here for. So to be honest, the fate of Irovia is really in your hands and whether or not you'd like to see more from it. So if you'd like to see more from Irovia and its world, go ahead and let me know. This also applies to Starfall too, don't worry. But yeah, I think that's it. This video sure was a mouthful, as you can see. I mean, it took me 390 attempts just to get to this point. I'm not even done yet. I'm really looking forward to making these projects come to life someday one way or another. I'm also looking forward to seeing your opinions on these mega projects, so go ahead and drop your thoughts down below. If you want to follow along with me or keep up with updates or just talk to me about literally anything, you can follow my social medias. I got a new TikTok, so I'm still setting that up, but do expect some videos on there soon after I recover from this burnout. Again. Insta is private for now, but you're welcome to give it a try. And Discord is always open for anybody, so go ahead and send me a request if you want. Also, make sure to become a Star Cub. What's a Star Cub, you may be asking? Well, Star Cubs are what I call my subscribers. Star Cubs are the most creative and supportive people on the internet. It's also free, so go ahead and subscribe to become a Star Cub today. And if you were wondering how long this video took me, it took me a total of 3 months. It's actually been 5 days, but I finished all the art 2 months ago in hopes of posting it soon. But as you can see, school kind of got in the way. But I do promise to get this all under control before 2026, also known as the Year of the Wolf, not really, so we're gonna be amped up. But as always, I love you all and hope you have a good wait until the next video. Bye!